Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you? I am so happy to be here with you today. I appreciate you guys watching my channel, subscribing, giving me thumbs up and comments. I really appreciate that, and I want you to know that from the start. I am bringing to you today the Boughs and Blossoms Punch Bundle. So you get this stamp set here, which is so pretty, and this beautiful punch as part of the bundle itself. So definitely check that out. I'm going to be showcasing it for the next 5 videos or so. And I'm pairing it today with Forever Fern just for these splatter dots, because you need a good splatter dot. And I wish they had put one in the stamp set. They didn't, but luckily I have another stamp set that has them. And if you have another stamp set that has them, that's all you need. You don't have to have Forever Fern, but I really like this splatter dot from Forever Fern, so I'm using that. You can see it adds a lot to the card. This is the card we're making today. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna move these guys out of the way. And let's bring in the cardstock that we need. I'll put this card in a corner so that you guys can see what we're working with. We are going to be using Rich Razzleberry cardstock today and basic white. So we're going to start with the Rich Razzleberry. And I like to give it a score down the middle. I have my Simply scoreboard right next to my desk, so I do use it all the time. Of course, I make lots of boxes, but I'm going to give it a score at the 4 1/4 inch mark right there. That helps to break the fibers down of the paper. We're going to take our bone folder here. We're going to give it a nice little burnish down that score mark that I just made. So that is our piece here. We're also going to be stamping on a piece that is 3 by 5.5 inches. This piece that I scored in half is 5.5 by 8.5. And this is our basic white cardstock. We're gonna stamp on it all over like I did here. And then on the inside, we are gonna add a piece that is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And that's gonna fit right here in the inside. So let's go ahead and get started stamping. I'm gonna move this out of the way until we need it. And we're just gonna start on these 2 pieces here. I'm going to bring in a scrap paper in case I have to stamp off. Now for this piece here, I don't. This is for the inside, and we're going to stamp first with our Rich Razzleberry. So the best way when you're stamping like this with lots of colors is to open up your ink pads and set the stamps in them that are going to be used. So we're going to start with the Rich Razzleberry, and we're going to use this stamp on it, as you can see right here. And then this leaf stamp is in Pear Pizzazz, which is right here. So we're going to start with that. And it looks like I did the splatter dots in the Highland Heather. So let's go ahead and get started. We're just going to do this corner here. So we're just going to start and ink up. This is a cling stamp, so it's red rubber, and it's a solid stamp. So you see how it takes on all the color right there. So we're just going to give it a press, put it right back in its color. We're going to come in with this Pear Pizzazz, and I'm just adding some greenery around it like I did on this one. And then we're going to use some splatter dots, and I like to stamp off. I don't like my dots to be so dark, so I like to stamp off onto my cardstock here first before I put it onto my piece. So that's all the stamping on here. I'm going to move it out of the way, and let's bring in our main piece. I'm kind of creating a rounded piece right here, but I am going to start in the center. So I'm going to start with the same Rich Razzleberry color. Whoops. And I'm going to stamp my my flower kind of a little bit above center. Let's bring in our I'm going to take this out for right now. Let's bring in our other flower, get it inked up nice. And I'm going to put it right here next to it. Now I'm going to come in with some greenery, and I'm going to use actually this stamp first. It's kind of a long leaf with lots of, or branch with lots of leaves, and we're going to put one on each side here, one on this side, and one on this side. And I'm actually going to clean it off because I actually have two stamps on one block, and I don't want to accidentally put it down onto my surface. So now that it's nice and clean, it's okay. Now we're going to fill in with 2 more flowers. So we'll do one more of this purple flower near this top section here. And then we're going to do the rich raspberry. Okay, so that's our flowers. We're going to use these colors again, but not with our flowers. So I'm going to move those ink pads just off to the side a little bit. We're going to concentrate on our greenery, and I'm going to clean these in a minute. So we're going to get this cool long vine, and we're going to fill in this spot right here. We're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to bring it out from this side here. We're going to put a vine. So we're going to have 2 of those. And then we're going to fill in with this leaf that we started with here. So we're going to kind of stick it in here and fill in all of our empty spots. I'm going to put one in this corner, and then I'm going to bring one over this way. All right, so it looks kind of a mess, doesn't it? But the splatter dots bring it all together. So we started the splatter dots in this purple. So let's go ahead and we'll start with the purple. And I'm going to go full strength this time. And I'm just going to add it wherever I think it needs a little color, even around this greenery area. And I'm going to go maybe one more right here. All right, and now let's go ahead and clean our stamps, and we're also going to clean our splatter dot because we're going to move it into the rich raspberry. A little squeaky, but does a good job cleaning our stamps. And we're going to use our rich raspberry for our sentiment, which is our thank you. It's also part of this stamp set. But I'm going to move these out of the way. And this is what's left to be used. And our thank you. All right, let's finish up here. So we're going to add a little bit more of the splatter dots. Bring this up here. I'm going to add, you know, some more color by adding speckles in a different color. It just helps to tie it all together. And then we're going to go ahead and do our thank you. I'm going to ink that up. And that's going to go right here in the center, coming out from in between kind of those 2 flowers there. So there's our thank you. I think it looks rather good. And now we're going to go ahead and attach it onto our card. Let me close our ink pad. We've done all of our stamping. I'm going to grab our Stampin Seal here. And that is what we will be using. So we'll start with this piece first. And I'm going to put it on this end here. And I do tend to cut my pieces a little long. I just want to make sure that they fit onto my cardstock. So I have a little piece overhanging. I'm just going to bring my paper snips in and trim that away. All right, looking good so far. Now we have to add this really pretty ribbon here, but let's go ahead and put our piece on the inside first, and then we can add our ribbon. This adhesive is super strong. I love it. So this piece is going to be attached right here on the inside. We want to make sure we leave a border all the way around, just like that. All right, so now we're going to put our ribbon. You can see it's our really pretty Highland Heather. It's glittered, and it's our 1/2 inch grosgrain. I love the glitter that's on there. I think it's so pretty. And the first thing that I'm going to do is just make sure that my legs, or these tails, whatever you want to call them, are about even. I'm going to put my finger here in the center, and I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot, which will secure this bow in place. I'm going to tie it rather tight. Now, I wanted to have a really pretty loose bow right here. So once I've tied this tight, I can go ahead and give it one more knot. And when I do that, that's when you get that pretty, loose, fat center here. Just like that. You just don't pull it taut, because the first knot is already securing it. So now we just need to grab my ribbon cutting scissors, which are another pair of paper snips that I designate just for a ribbon. And I'm going to angle cut these ends. Just like that. Get rid of these two pieces. And then the finishing touch is, of course, going to be the Pastel Pearls. They come in a variety of pinks and purples. So you have, from the light pink, you have like a freesia, you have this really pretty gray colored pearl. It's almost like a very pale lavender. And then you have this purple, which is what we're going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my Take Your Pick tool. We're going to grab this putty end, and I'm going to go ahead and release some putty there so I can pick up my pearls. We're going to start on this side here. We'll pick up one, we'll add it right here. And I'm going to do them kind of in a triangle. I'm going to put one here near this thank you. And get my putty ready to pick up the next piece. And this one's going to go down here. So there's our 3 pearls. And I think they look pretty good. I can't complain about them, that's for sure. These pastel pearl embellishments are really nice, I think. So definitely check those out. You can see all these items. They're available in my online store, and they are linked in the description below. This stamp set is from a stamp set that is in the January to June mini catalog, so it's available until June. And it's on page, I believe, 26. Let's look. Yes. There it is. It's $34 for the bundle. You would get the stamp set and the punch for the $34 price. The punch by itself is $18, and the stamp set by itself is $20. So you save $4 by purchasing them together. You can see the cute cards there are here to put together with it. They give you samples, and definitely check this out. It's a versatile set, and I will be showcasing it, like I said, for at least another 4 videos. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much. I do blog every day at Inky Hands Warm Hearts, and there will be projects every day. So there are 7 days of projects, but I think I'm only doing 5 videos this week with the project. So check those out. The ribbon that I used was 18 inches in length. Again, the rich raspberry cardstock was 5.5 by 8.5. The basic white for the front was 3 by 5.5, and the basic white for the inside was 5.25 by 4. I hope you enjoyed watching me put this together. I certainly enjoyed having you. Definitely subscribe to my channel so that you'll get notifications of when I post new videos. And do check out inkyhandswarmhearts.com. I will link it in the description below. If you have any questions, leave me comments or email me at kelly@inkyhandswarmhearts.com. Kelly with an I. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. This is Kelly. Happy stamping.